lot to fix here. They need to repair the system.
No, they're not, and that's why this oppressive lineup, they want to continue actually pressing through the jungle. But on Onic's side, on the other hand, it's just winning through those lanes. The Harith is expecting
nothing out of the ordinary. One thing I can note is the fact that Keyboy is rocking as his core talent the focusing mark. So whatever that iron hit hooks, or whoever he flickers on and bites down, is most likely to go kaput, all right? Something to note as well, up until that very last moment, there was nothing that Moreno's Valentina could take. That IMU gambit was so... I'd rather think it was a calculated risk that Bigetron Alpha was taken. But now, as long as Boots does, or rather, as long as Keyboy doesn't show himself, then Moreno has nothing to steal.
Exactly. And I think, you know, it was the gamble because for all we know, Onic could have played like how they did yesterday. Whip out the Florin if they wanted to. Maybe even Angela, a healer-type support. But let's see. As the Turtle is getting very, very low, the Iron Hook is coming in. Phantom execution. It goes over to Super Ken as we see the rough waves. Boots falls down, and now they're chasing them down one by one. Boxia with a Tortoise Poissant and the Ionic Edge, not letting Keyboy get away.
In huge team fights like that, it's so difficult to play with Onic's lineup, especially when Bigetron Alpha just pick it up and go in a 6th gear, 7th gear and say, you know what, we're all in. We're diving hard. And the Dairoth, even rocking a Quantum Charge, he's able to find better positioning. There's nothing he can do there. And then even Keyboy, no one to hook when you're already right there, and his ult just wasn't ready yet. There was no one to bite down on. So yeah, great recovery coming in from Bigetron Alpha. Question is, how fast can they come back from this?
Yep, Bloody Hunt is straight away taking out Supervin, giving that kill over to Kyrie to help him recover a bit of EXP. Good play coming out from Onic's side, but it's going to take a little bit more before you really see them go toe-to-toe against Bigetron.
All right, so here's one weakness I think. Right, he doesn't know. He couldn't have seen. And at this point in the game, 3.5 minutes in, calling out where your enemies are is very important, but sometimes you just can't tell because farming is a priority, yes, but if you can get free kills, much like how Onic punished the Arlet here, then it's very possible. Sans is fine. Sans is okay.
He's all right. He's all right. He's on this Kadita with the rough waves. It's going to be more than enough. Phantom execution from Kyrie to get away from Super Ken, but he's trying to keep up in terms of EXP. He's slightly behind, but it's not the end of the world. But in the meantime, right, I think even with the problem with the Arlet, he is sort of the all-in hero. He doesn't really have a lot of escape mechanics except for the flicker.
Yep. So it's a one-way in.
I don't know.
Out. the only way out is if you win the fight,
that's
right?
True.
If you disengage via vengeance, then that's already mission failed, right? You're counting on that. Now Super Ken pulling on this purple. Sans gonna oblige. And here comes Moreno from the flank.
Super Ken, he knows he can take the damage here. He's not too scared of Sans, but at the end of the day, he's walking away with the buff, except retributions have been used. Now, BTR, they want to look for the fight. The Tortoise Poissant is already out. Bloody Hunt lands on top of Super Ken as they jump on in. It's going to be Kyrie who secures the kill. And even with the rough wave stolen away, Moreno gets on out of there. Doesn't look like they're going to get too much more than that.
That's as free as it gets for Onic. Go ahead, take it. I'm loving the shape that CWC is in right now. Yesterday, I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes, but he came back now, refreshed, rejuvenated, and boy, oh boy, that Salmon Force was placed very well. Oh no, Kyrie!
Yep, he's getting, oh, the snipe almost landing! He gets out just in time. Looks like the communication from the side of Bigetron Alpha has started to crumble here. Onic just seems to be more on the ball.
Yep, this is a solid approaching 1,000 gold lead at 5 minutes, and hey, you were just saying! You were just saying, so it's evident that they're calling out opponents' positioning, but it might be a second or two too late, and they didn't know, they didn't see. Sans was just waiting in the wings. Moreno had no idea.
Yeah, right now, I'm thinking that before this, Sans was looking, you know, still recovering from his sickness. Now, he's looking really, really fresh. He's been making individual plays in these past 5 minutes without any help whatsoever.
It's Gila time, he says. It's Gila time, and it's only 5 minutes in, right? It's only 5 minutes, 40 seconds in. Concealed play from Keyboy. What are they looking for? Just taking this bush, looking for stragglers, might throw a rogue hook out, And Saken and Vin now respect it. Conceal play from them.
Yep, Super Vin, he's going to walk up as Super Ken checks the opposite side of the bush. They're going to clear the waves relatively fast here, but nothing's going to happen. Down by bot side, Kyrie and as well as Boots trying to get that kill on towards Rizzo's side. He's got more than enough damage. It's Rizzo. He's trying to stay alive. He manages to get through, but on top side, the dive continues as Super Ken tries to get on top of Sans, who goes straight into the rough waves. CW in the meantime, with the Zaman Force should be able to pull through. Nibiru's passion is chucking him down. Sans is so low. Super Ken goes back into the fight with the help of Moreno to take him out. That's going to be a successful dive. 3 down and no return fire.
Bigetron Alpha with the immaculate turret aggro juggle. Taking down 3 with no clapback. In sight coming in from Onic. Save for a trade in mid. Kyrie got something out of a losing situation, and just like that, the rally begins. Back and forth as we leave the laning phase. It looks like BTR is back in the driver's seat.
They're feeling very comfortable, and Super Ken purchasing that helmet. Oh. Fight the shot from Saken.
2 for 1 plus a turtle that went into a target that should have been, right? This is an interesting game. I'm loving it. The fact that there's some rogue elements from the metagame that's helping shape what the SPS Challenge Finals should be is just something else entirely. Yesterday, we were looking at 37, 38-minute games. Today, we're looking at 6 and 6 at under 8. Let's see where these items are going through. And does this not send a message? 2 pair of pants. 2 pair of pants on your boy Boots. He's had it.
One was just not enough, but now the Iron Hope once again lands into the Zaman Force straight away. Boots is able to take out Super Ken in the meantime. Super Vin, on the other hand, forced to flicker on out of there, unable to disengage his buddy. And Onic, they're playing their comp to perfection, honestly. It's about pickoff. It's about pulling Bigetron apart.
Yep. And that's what allows Boots to survive a little longer. And now they find Keyboy. They let go. Oh, look at the movements on Boots. Oh, moving from bush to bush.
I mean, they're sticking as 5. This is how Bigetron wants to play. They want to play 5v5 fights. And Onic, on the other hand, they do not want to be in that 5v5 fight. They want to slowly find these angles and get side lane pressure. Now, they've successfully done that. Bigetron have split apart a little bit, but they have priority over the Lord. And Onic, they don't mind. They know that Super Ken is on the bottom side of the map.
Yep. And just as quickly, he's in the turtle, Lord pit. Now at 9 minutes and a half. And Kyrie, he's playing with fire. Already used up his execution.
Oh, Super Vin, he goes in for the conceal. He's looking for Kyrie to get that final slash down. But Kyrie knows better. Pulls backwards. CW is walking up Sans. Finds it! Moreno gets struck down to 20% as the it's getting extremely dangerous. Sans has to use the rough ways to get on out of there as the Bloody Hunt is already locking down and towards Super Vin's side. They're just distancing themselves, but Rizzo cannot take the damage from CW. Finished off by Sans Ocean's Oddity. Boots is able to live for now, but that's a mid-tier 2 falling into the hands of Onic.
Still Onic, all of it. Black and yellow. Yellow, ain't no red here, not quite yet, which is the opposite of the map, what the map looks like. It's very red, so Onic can go wherever they want. They've garnered about 7K in gold just by getting the Lord, and they're looking at a, wow, 6.5K gold lead, not even considering what the Lord has done for them. Supergen here picks up.
Now the Zaman Force allowing him to reset his Chrono Dashes, almost taking up Socket inside. Onic continuing to apply pressure, will get a bottom inhibitor turret and may even secure the mid inhibitor.
3 for 1, counting 4. If we're gonna go ahead and add that inhibitor down bottom. They're gonna commit Grand Theft Orange here, and nothing is sacred here. I'm pretty sure after this inhibitor take, they'll take the orange as well. Hey, there's the call. CW, it's all yours.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Onic here. Now, they know they have the lead and are disrespecting the space against Bigetron Alpha. Saken just purchasing his Haas-Claw is going to keep him alive a little bit longer in these fights, because notice that Sans has eyes for him as well as Moreno. Sometimes Super can if he's really out of position.
Saken is but the messiah of the situation. He is the late game in location, and if Supervin can find the perfect final slash, then that's it. Bigetron Alpha back in the game, but it's not so easy to do. It's so difficult given how well Onic has been playing with space.
It could be tough here as long as his teammates don't rat out his position and don't stick too close to him. He might be in trouble as the Iron Hook lands once again into the Bloody Hunt off the Supervin's side. Sam's looking for the back line, but only catches Moreno. Socket still untouched. Boots is walking forward even further. He wants it. CW, he's already looking for it. The Salmon Force has been popped. The Iron Hook from Keyboard with the flicker is going to pull him out of position. The House Claw cannot deal with the damage, so CW shuts him down. Kyrie, unstoppable. And that is a clean game, 19-9 for
batteries on this robot. As soon as Onic found their window, they called quits. 13 minutes, 53 seconds, all it took for Onic to score the dub. That's game 1.